Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we getting on? It's News Day in Fallout 76 once again, and we have a few events coming up in-game. We have the next round of Fortifying Atlas, which starts in a couple of weeks, and the new Meat Week event, which I'm looking forward to. That starts today, so lots of things to look at, and some changes to the PTS as well. So, let's jump into it. So, we have a new Inside the Vault blog post. A little bit later than I hoped for, but there we go. So, August activities in Appalachia. As I say, quite a lot going on here, which is really cool. A lot to keep us busy for the next couple of weeks. So, this week we'd love to see even more of you join us in the public test server to try out upcoming features like Daily Ops and One Wasteland. We're also sharing reminders with you about the Meat Week seasonal event, which begins today, and the rewards you've earned by completing the Fortifying Atlas challenges, and details, of course, for the next one. So, Pts Changes. This is a little bit of change of tone here, which is quite interesting. Last Friday, we reopened the PTS, the public test server, to invite you to join us to playtest upcoming features, including One Wasteland, Daily Ops, and Legendary Perks. We are grateful for the playtesting and time many of you have already put into this phase of the PTS. We are actively discussing all of the great feedback you've been sharing, and we're lining up a new update for the PTS to adjust some community-reported bugs, which would be the general idea behind having a playtest server. So, yeah, as we'd expect, tweaking things, iterating on them, improving them, that's the whole idea behind the server, so very, very cool. Good to hear that the feedback is once again working on improving the upcoming features for the game, which is great. So, while participation, even, in this has been fantastic, we are still looking for as many players as possible to join us in playtesting, so I want to do a bit more of a stress test as well from the sound of it, which is cool. Really get some big data on it. Some key areas you can lend a hand in are Daily Ops and One Wasteland. That's something obviously they're really keen on ironing out the creases of, which would make sense as Legendary Perks have had a longer time to test. So key focus on the big upcoming stuff that is due in middle of September. So currently most PTS players are attempting Daily Ops solo. Okay. Well, that's great. We'd also love to see more team play. We'd like to encourage you to group up with your friends and take on Daily Ops in the PTS together, and to form Daily Ops public teams whenever you can. You might even make a new friend along the way. Cool. When it comes to One Wasteland, the majority of our PTS players are using high-level characters. That's providing us with great data and feedback about creature levels scaling up, but we're also looking for more playtesting on the other end of the spectrum. If you would like to help with this, please try starting fresh PTS characters, or at least starting low-level characters anyway, and then let us know about your experiences with One Wasteland at lower levels. So, that's not hugely surprising, I think. The most likely people who jump into the test servers are the most dedicated players, who probably have the highest level characters, so that's not hugely surprising. Interesting that the Daily Ops are often being run solo. I guess it's because people are jumping into the test server when they can, as opposed to jumping in as a group. Not everybody will want to do that, so if you're grouping up, a lot of people will lean towards the public servers, I suppose, the regular servers. So not massively surprising, but obviously they need to see how these things work with groups, stuff like that. So not too surprising that they want a few more people in there and they're trying to encourage it. So if you're interested in such things and want to jump into the test server, it is available via the Bethesda Net launcher on PC. It's only available on there, unfortunately, at the moment. But if you happen to be playing that way, then you can download the PTS. It is free. It's open to all who have the game on PC via Bethesda Net anyway. And you can jump in, try things out. Obviously, characters come across. Things like atoms don't, I don't think. The Atomic Shop's not open on the PTS. But anything you've created that is an Atomic Shop item will come with your characters. So most of your stuff you should have, and you'll be able to try things out. Not sure whether or not progress goes back and forward. I would imagine it does. But we'll see, I guess. But very, very cool. Hopefully we'll have a few more people jumping into that. I'm thinking about trying a few things out in the next few days. So we'll have to see how that goes. In all likelihood, it will probably be alone, but I might see if I can harangue a couple of friends into joining me on that, so we'll see. So, the next thing, Daily Ops. Those who are completing Daily Ops on the public test server have the opportunity now to earn some new rewards, so Bethesda are really keen to encourage players to jump in and do this. Starting now, players who log into the PTS and spend time playtesting upcoming features will receive a new PTS pennant reward for their camps in the live game. So I'm guessing this is a kind of flag. It's usually the meaning of that word. It's not something I've seen Bethesda use before, so that's interesting. But it sounds like you get a PTS flag for it. To earn it, we're asking you to complete 8 Daily Ops in the public test server, before playtesting concludes in mid-September. Once we release Update 22, we'll grant the reward to players who met the goals so that you can show off your dedication. So a little bit extra, nice little camp reward for those who have assisted in the testing of daily ops. So if you want to pick that up, jump in, give it a test, and they'll credit you with a free one once you've completed 8 and the patch actually goes live, which, as we say, will probably be mid-September. The latter part thereof, perhaps. So, once again, if you own the PC version of Fallout 76 through Bethesda.net, we would love to see you join us in the PTS. After trying out the new features, please let us know what you think by heading to the PTS forum. So, just a specific section of the existing forums. That's where they want the feedback from the servers. So, well worth doing if you want to contribute to the continuing improvement of the game. So, I think every player can appreciate that. So, starting today, Meat Week. So, not been in the game since the end of last year, but it was a reasonably popular event. It's good fun. Ran a little better than some of the more recent events, which is, Fast Act obviously went well, but the Treasure Hunter and the Christmas event were a little underwhelming. Meat Week was pretty good, though, so cool to have that back. Everybody's favourite super mutant, Grum, and his faithful Brahmin, Charlie the Moo, are back together for another celebration of all things meat. In case you missed it, the Meat Week seasonal event is scheduled to kick off today, August 20th. In fact, it is already live. So, for the next 7 days, you can take on prime beasts throughout Appalachia at the Primal Cuts events, which will begin every 15 minutes. Take the prime meat you earn from completing these events to Graham's Meat Cook near Vault 76 at the top of every hour, and turn it in for some legendary scrip. While you're there, you can lend a hand to the Super Mutant with throwing his shindig. The more successful the party, the better your chances to receive some fun rewards. Check out dates and times for Meat Weeks below, and we'll see you at the Meat Cook. So, the start time is Primal Cuts beginning at 11 AM Eastern Time today, and 12 PM Eastern Time for the first Meat Cook. That'll be already live now. Obviously, that is 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the afternoon UK time, and it's running through to the final Meat Cook, which will take place at midday on August 26th. So that would be next Wednesday. So, for those who haven't tried it before or can't remember, the event, basically, the gist of it is Primal Cuts happens every 15 minutes. It's at set locations. There's one in the forest. It's not too far from Flatwoods, or at least it wasn't last time. There's one in the middle of the Savage Divide, and there's presumably one in the Maya and the Cranberry Bog as well, but I can't remember those exact locations. There's definitely one in each of the major areas anyway. And each of those, obviously, is scaled around the level of that area. And you head in, you fight off a load of primal beasts, get some primal meat from their bodies as a reward, take it up to the Meat Cook, get some scrip. And while you're at the Meat Cook, basically it's a matter of filling up the progress bars. You run around, you collect greens for Charlie, you keep the spits turning to cook the food, put out any fires, clean up any mess from Charlie, that sort of thing. It all adds towards progress of the event. And at the end of it, if you've completed the progress bar by the time the timer runs down, you get a set of rewards. The more completion, obviously, the better rewards. They usually have things like legendaries, plans, a few other bits and pieces sort of related to the cook-off that less impressive, but fun. Meat cleavers as a throwing weapon is an entertaining thing. Not massively useful, but entertaining. But there's a few new rewards they're adding this year, which is very, very cool. And the Tenderizer, which is a massive, massive hammer that Graham usually wields, which is very, very cool. We can also pick up, and I think, from what I recall, there are a few extra opportunities to get that this year, which is very, very nice. It's definitely the reward to go for. So, lots to work on that. And that one, as I say, is running for the next week from now till Wednesday, which is very, very cool. So, following that, Fortifying Atlas Project Beta will begin. But with Project Alpha, congratulations, Dwellers. The community came together to deliver tons of supplies to Atlas Observatory over the past couple of weeks, and construction on the Brotherhood's Appalachian HQ is off to a great start. Along the way, you also managed to unlock the Brotherhood of Steel Beret and Camp Banner cosmetics, as well as double daily challenge weekend and a week of bonus challenges. Here are the dates and details for the latter two rewards. So the double score event is underway already. That starts today, August 20th, and runs through till Monday, the 24th. I think that's Monday? Yes. So, this weekend, if you get a chance, jump in. All your daily score challenges will give you double score points, which is great, especially as we are running towards the end now. There's only just under 3 weeks left of the Legendary run, so good opportunity to grab those last few levels and make a bit of progress. I'm looking forward to trying that out over the next few days myself. And following that, from the 26th, which I believe is Wednesday, if I remember rightly? Yes, Wednesday. That will be when we pick up the bonus challenge week, which, rather than giving us double score, just gives us a few extra challenges to complete, should you like to do so, which is a few more opportunities to earn score. So that will include both daily and weekly challenges. We'll have a few more of each of them. So, once again, from 20th to the 24th of August, all of your daily challenges award twice the usual amount of score. And from the 26th to the 31st, we're adding a few daily challenges and a few weekly challenges to your usual lineup, which means even more opportunities to rake in extra score. So, take a little time for well-deserved R&R to enjoy Meat Week, and we'll begin Project Bravo, the second half of Fortifying Atlas, on August 27th. So that is a week today. We're picking up the next series of events that follow basically the same pattern as is the case for Project Alpha. We'll be heading up to Atlas Observatory, dropping off a massive pile of scrap and assisting with the continuing construction efforts there for a range of very, very cool new rewards. So the first challenge involves gathering 150 million wood, which should be reasonably doable. It's going to be a lot less difficult than some of the ones we've done so far, so that's very cool. Certainly if you've got the woodchucker perk in your go-to-town on that, I imagine there will be plenty deposited, something that I'm looking forward to. I feel more able to contribute on that, so that's cool. In exchange for your efforts, everyone will unlock the Steel Dawn Army Fatigues, which I think they have changed the name of, because I think they, with the patch, they actually had a few issues with the existing Brotherhood Fatigues that became an outfit rather than a set of Under Armour, which they've now fixed with the hotfix on Tuesday. However, I'm guessing that the name of the fatigues that they've added for this event is what caused that to happen, because obviously these will be an outfit, so I think they've changed the name to make that work and solve that little problem. But the Steel Dawn Army Fatigues are a new set of Brotherhood Fatigues. You can see Russell there modelling them for us. They've got the sort of urban camo top with sort of reddish pants on them. So very, very cool. New outfit to pick up if we achieve that one, which I think is highly achievable. And we've got a few more cool things coming up. There is a Purveyor Sale, 50% off Purveyor Sale, in fact, is one of the other rewards that's coming up over that particular project, which, as I say, will start on the 27th, next Thursday, and run through until, I believe it was the 9th? Yeah, plenty of bites at the apple. Hopefully you'll get some very, very cool rewards from that. So, all in all, over the next few weeks, we've got a few very, very cool things coming to 76, a lot of activities to get stuck into, opportunities for new rewards, new cosmetics, purveyor sales, things like that. Lots of cool things coming up, and a last few bites at the apple, and a chance to get a bit of a last run on for the legendary run, get a little bit more score, which is well timed, I think, as obviously those last levels are the hardest to get, so definitely welcome to have the extra bonuses there and the double score this weekend and the bonus challenges next week. And beyond that, Bethesda had said that the last week of the challenge will also involve double daily score as well. I haven't heard anything since then on that subject, so we'll have to see whether or not that's still on the cards a bit nearer the time, but fingers crossed, because that last little run will be good. Help a few people who are perhaps lagging a little further behind. I'm not exactly in the 90s yet, we're getting there, but it'll help us to get those last few rewards, so very, very cool. Lots of very fun stuff to get stuck into, looking forward to jumping in and having a good time. And of course, during that time, we're also going to try and get a few more bits and pieces for my building character and get him sorted out. Maybe a little respecking on him, because he needs a little bit of a refresh, so that would be cool. Good to tackle that and try out a new character as well. Squeeze that in there as well. And last night we had a little run on the new event, Colossal Problem, at long last. We've got to tackle that. That went very, very well. Launched a nuke, started the event, and got through the event pretty quickly, to be honest. It took longer to launch the nuke than do the event. Not too surprisingly, I suppose, but yeah, it went well. Not as challenging as it appeared at QuakeCon, or as it was made out to be. We had a smooth run through there and took the Wendigo Colossus down quite nicely, but it was fun to get a little lost on the way out, but good time was had. So that stream, if you want to catch up on it, by the way, should be up on the channel now, so the opportunity's there if you want to go and have a little look and refresh yourself on what we did. It was good fun. Speaking of course, we will jump back into streams as of maybe tonight, depending on how long this video takes to put together. We'll see. Keep an eye on Twitter and I'll let you know. And failing that, we'll be back to Fallout tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to, as I say, very, very much. And beyond that, of course, more Fallout streams next week and Horizon Zero Dawn as well. And hopefully I'll get time to do that tonight as well, but we'll see. Yeah, I do hope you guys join us for that, even. There's a sentence in there somewhere. So, I do hope you guys found this useful and informative. If you did, please do hit those likes and subs for me. It's always very, very much appreciated. Social media links, merch store, and channel memberships are all available via the description if you're interested in supporting the channel in that direction. It is very, very much appreciated. Thank you very much to everybody who's done that already. Hugely appreciated. For now, I will say thank you very much for watching. I look forward to speaking to you all very, very soon.